What's up, guys? Jeff from Detrailers, and what have I got behind me? What is this beautiful machine? Follow our channel. Probably doesn't look much different than what you're used to seeing. 8 gallon a minute dual line hot water pressure wash system, but these right here, that gives it away that this is something different. So what you were looking at, this is the first of our 2-step truck wash trailers, and yes, most of the trailer is the same as our pressure wash trailer, but it's going to have a 2-step truck wash system. Now, if you're unfamiliar with 2-step truck wash systems, basically that is used for big rigs, fleets, big stuff. And the 2-step, excuse me, the 2-step means that it's exactly as it says. It does a 2-step process, and the process is it sprays acid, and then it sprays a neutralizer, and then it rinses the truck. And there are you'll see there's 4 tanks. So acid, neutralizer, but you're probably asking, what are the other 2 tanks for? Well, there's 2 chemicals per type of truck. So there's polished and non-polished. You see the beautiful polished trucks driving down the road. If you use an acid on that, it's going to be a mess. The guy's probably going to be very upset with you. You're probably going to have to leave the country after that happens, because that's a big job to repolish it. That's what the second 2 tanks are for. That's going to be a polish friendly. So one of them is going to be polish friendly acid. It's probably not even really an acid. And then the neutralizer. And then you rinse it. So that's why the 4 tanks are. These are 20 gallons. It probably looks small, but you're injecting very little chemical per truck. So that's actually a lot of work. You know, that'll last you at least a day, if not a few days. The 2-step gun is a pretty elaborate piece of equipment. I don't have it sitting right here, but it injects. It's neat. It injects. It's got valves on it, and switch back and forth between the 2, and then switch to water. It's a really neat system. I spent about 6 months trying to learn everything I can about the 2-step truck wash industry, and I wanted to design out a perfect unit, because basically, this is going to be like a mobile Blue Beacon. If you're familiar with Blue Beacon is where you take a big rig to be washed, and they use a 2-step system. Now, this one being the first one that we did, the customer didn't really want to add on a spot-free system, but that will probably be the next one that we develop. We'll probably build the trailer 2 feet longer and set up a spot-free system right here, because then, best of all worlds, he'll have spot-free rinse on top of everything, and that's really, as they say, chopping high cotton if you had that. But it's a nice to have, not a need to have. It's not a necessity, and it's something that could be added later on if you don't get it at the start. We're going to try and develop a couple, maybe 3 different, well, not try, Jeff, just do it. We're going to develop a couple or 3 different systems based on your price point. The 2-step system can be morphed onto a lot of the systems that we already have, so it really just depends on what you want the rest of the system to be able to handle. This one, 8 gallon a minute dual line, is a very capable hot water pressure wash machine, but you might not need that much power. You might not need that much water capacity. So anyway, that's why you call me and we talk about it and figure out what's exactly right to you. And if you're not into the 2-step truck wash system thing, no problem. We build so many other types of systems. We do solar panel cleaning units, we do soft wash units, mobile detail, plain pressure washing. I know there's a bunch that I'm thinking. We built some weird stuff for weird things, but anyway, again, what's that number, Jeff? What's that number? I can't forget that number. I had to sweet talk the girl at the phone company about 20 years ago to get that number. Look at that toll-free number. Anyway, call me and we can talk about it. Jeff from Detrailers. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.